Alright, so I'm here with 2014 Money in the Bank, 2014 predictions. And I was thinking, what an ironic name this is, Money in the Bank, because Vince McMahon has no money in his bank. He's losing it all. His company is lost, like, I heard, like, the most amount of wrestling company, or like second most wrestling companies ever lost in a month, or a year. I think they said WCW lost 100 million one year, and Vince McMahon's like second behind them. So yeah, Vince McMahon is losing his money in the bank, but I shouldn't say he has no money in the bank. He has tons of fucking money in the bank. He's still filthy fucking rich, and he's still a fucking multi-hundred millionaire. You know, he's got like 600, some $1 million, I believe, his net worth is. But yeah, that's not really the point of this video. The point is to give you my Money in the Bank predictions. And I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I can't wait that much longer to make my Money in the Bank predictions video. I mean, what do you want me to make it like an hour before the fucking show? Like, there's only 4 fucking matches on the card. I mean, it's ridiculous. Why aren't there matches on the card? You know, it's like, I think all the matches should be set in stone before the start of the Raw go-home show, so you could at least have some build to the match. They shouldn't be making matches like 2 days before the card, or, you know, on the SmackDown, you know, before the card, or like on main event. I don't think. I think it should be set the week, you know, once the week starts of the fucking pay-per-view. You know, the matches should be set by, you know, they should be set by the second to last SmackDown ending before the pay-per-view. So you could at least build to the match. Or at least have the matches set, as I said before the go-home show. You know, you can announce it somewhere, but it's ridiculous. There's only 4 fucking matches. You got the 2 Money in the Bank matches, which are, what, probably go 30 minutes, so that's an hour. You got a fucking tag match between the Usos and the Wyatts, maybe, you know, it's a total of 20 minutes, and then the Paige versus Naomi, you know, it's about an hour and a half worth of fucking TV. You need about another hour's worth. So, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna, you know, film these matches, but they're gonna have to find a fucking way. So, to get it started off here, we have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match between Roman Reigns, John Cena, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Sheamus, Cesaro, Del Rio, and Kane. You know, who's gonna win this match? Well, let's go through the participants here. I didn't even think about who's going to win this match. You know, I'm just doing this on the fly. You got Roman Reigns. Pretty good possibility he could win. John Cena, you know, it's probably going to be my final prediction to win it. Orton's not going to win it. Bray Wyatt, possibly. Sheamus, no, because he's already U.S. champion. They're not going to have a U.S. champion and World Heavyweight champion at the same time. And Sheamus, even if he wasn't U.S. champion, I don't think they would give him the belt. Cesaro, which is a little bit of a possibility. Del Rio, no. Kane, no. So I think Reigns, Cena, Wyatt, or Cesaro are like the top 4 of winning it. I don't think Cesaro is going to win it as much as I would like him to win it. Because he couldn't even beat Sheamus in the last pay-per-view, so why would they make him win the title? They obviously don't, you know, have that much faith in him. If, you know, he's been with Heyman for 3 months and he's really gotten no progress. I mean, the climax of his fucking career was basically the fucking power, or what's it called? Body slam, yeah, body slam of the Big Show at WrestleMania and winning the fucking trophy, which meant nothing. I mean, it's just a fucking trophy. It didn't pay off in any way. So Cesaro hasn't made any progress. I don't see him winning. Bray Wyatt, I mean, it's a possibility, but I just think that he's not going to win because he just got buried by John Cena. If they had faith in him, they would have put him over John Cena, like they did Daniel Bryan, you know, and then he became champion in the future. You know, showing me that, you know, they made Cena beat Wyatt 2 out of 3 times, you know, it shows me that they like him, but they don't like him a lot. You know, they don't like him enough to make him a top-tier star. It's either going to be Reigns or Cena, I think. You know, and this one's very tough. And these are like the 2 worst people who could ever win the fucking title, in my opinion. A guy who's had it like 12 million times, fucking cuts PG jokes, And, you know, is not a bad wrestler, but, I mean, he's bland, he's boring, and we don't need to see him again. And Reigns, a guy who is overrated as fuck, can do 5 moves, and, you know, has a sort of a badass persona. So, you know, his gimmick's, you know, okay. He's got a pretty good gimmick, actually. I think, I don't fucking know, you know. It's either going to be Cena. I'm going to go with Cena, just because it's like, you know, Cena hasn't held the belt in a while. You know, although he just held it like when he just had the fucking World Heavyweight Championship. But that's a long time when we're talking about Cena here, 6 months or whatever, 7 whatever months. So I think Cena's going to win in here. It's either going to be Cena or Reigns, but I got to go with Cena as my final choice here. Next match. The Money in the Bank contract match. Let's go through the participants again. Seth Rollins, who's I think is going to win. Ambrose, don't see winning. Because, they didn't really, you know, like they put Reigns. Reigns was obviously the top guy in the Shield. They obviously had big plans for him. You know, you could tell. Rollins, you know, they also sort of like to, because he obviously turned heel, so they, you know, and had that big moment, so they obviously have something for him. And then you got Ambrose, who's sort of like the guy who's like a little bit, you know, like left out, who has no major storyline. So I do not see him winning the belt here, and they haven't really shown that, like, any, you know, real liking to him, because they haven't really given him like any huge wins or anything like that. Then we got Bad News Barrett. No, he's not gonna win, I don't think. As much, you know, I wouldn't mind him winning, but he's already got an IC belt. And I don't think ever like a champion has won Money in the Bank, like a current champion. And I just don't see them, like, he's just been coming on now as like a, you know, just gaining some momentum, gaining some wins, but I just don't see him like winning it when he hasn't even been in any like major feuds as of late. RVD, no, he's not gonna win. You know, he's in some, you know, decent matches. Like he's in the mid card, I guess, but it's not like they're never gonna put him. Excuse me, they're never gonna put him back in like. They're not gonna put him in like a top feud or anything like that, because he's. Probably they think he's injury prone, and, you know, I would have to sort of agree, you know. So when somebody gets old like that, you can't really put... But then again, Cena's in the fucking top spot, and he gets injured a lot too. So, and RED hasn't got injured. He looks great. He's doing cool moves, and looks fine. So, you know, that's not really an excuse, but they don't really seem to be taking a liking in RVD. I mean, they are sort of, but they're not going to put him in a top spot. Ziggler, no, they're not. You know, some people might think, oh, he's getting a push, you know. He just beat Bad News Barrett on SmackDown. He had a good match with Barrett on Raw, but no, he's not. They've showed that they'll give Ziggler a win here and there, but it means nothing. Ziggler's going to remain a jobber. Jesus, it just fucking changed the match. Here we go. Kofi, yeah, here we go. Yeah, like I was on the fucking match, and I just switched over to the tag match on WWE.com. Whatever. But then we got Kofi Kingston. Oh, he's a fucking mid-carder for life. He's never gonna be, you know, I don't see him being champion. Although he has some talent, he has no charisma or promo skills really as a face. Maybe as a heel, I mean, he would be a little bit more entertaining. But yeah, I don't see him winning here. And Jack Swagger, no. I mean, he has a little bit of talent, but he's obviously a jobber. He's not going to win. So, yeah, Seth Rollins is going to win here. You know, he's just turned heel, and he seems like the guy to win. They've been putting him over a lot, so I think he's going to win. Then we get the Usos versus the Wyatt family. Wyatt family is going to win here. I just see like it's time for the Usos to drop the belts. They've had the belts for a couple months now, which is a decent amount of time. The Wyatt family is pretty hot, pretty popular right now, and WWE seems to be taking, you know, as I said, a liking in them, not loving them, but, you know, liking them, you know, really giving them opportunities. And although Cena buried Bray Wyatt, you know, I saw somebody trying to argue that John Cena didn't bury Bray Wyatt. What are you fucking talking about? They were feuding for like months. That's a fucking burial right there. But, yeah, I see the Wyatt family winning. I mean, they obviously don't, you know, they're obviously not going to make them, like, top stars, but they're going to give them at least something, you know, some credential, and I think they're going to give them the tag titles. Then we get, And they're starting to like separate Bray Wyatt and the Eric Rowan and Luke Harper more too. So, maybe they're gonna separate them. I don't know, but I enjoy them together. So I really hope they don't do that. I mean, maybe in the future, but I still like them together now. And it's like, it seems in WWE they're separating teams. Like they give them a few months and they'll just separate them. I think they should wait like a long time, at least a year or two, to separate them, like they did the Shield. So it's a good moment when they separate, although it didn't even make any sense when the Shield separated. Then we get Paige versus Naomi. This is a tough one, but I see Paige winning here. I don't think they're going to put the belt on Naomi. I just don't see it. I think they're just going to keep it on Paige. They seem pretty high on Paige for some reason, Yeah, I don't even fucking know how Paige got the fucking belt. I mean, she hasn't really showed that much talent, but I think it's like, I think that's because the talent in WWE isn't that good. And like in NXT, she was wrestling good. That really hasn't carried over to WWE. But I still think they're gonna keep it on Paige. It looks like they have high hopes for her. But it's like, I say that I'm surprised WWE is high on Paige because Paige just doesn't seem like the girl that they would, want to push. Or, she's not like the normal girl. She's like fucking white like Sheamus is, and she's pretty young too. She's like 21. Not saying that has a lot to do with it, but it seems like the champions in WWE nowadays are like in their 30s. And Paige is like 21. That's pretty young. But, yeah, I see Paige retaining here. I don't see them giving the belt to Naomi for some reason. I just don't see Naomi being champion. Dancing like a funkadactyl, oh, we're gonna dance around, yeah, what's it, yeah, that fucking annoying song or whatever the fuck it's called, yeah, from Planet Funk, guys, or from Planet Funk, yeah, might as well, speaking of planets, you might as well just send the fucking, keep Naomi, give her a different gimmick, but just send Cameron off to fucking Jupiter, then she could have a good life there. Give her some oxygen. I don't wish death on her, but give her some oxygen and just get her the fuck out. Because Naomi's the one who has the talent. But yeah, Naomi has talent, but I don't see her winning here again. Like dancing around like a fucking tard. I don't see them being a champion. I just don't. I don't see them being the face of the Divas division. So there you go. There's my Money in the Bank prediction. I'm hoping for a good fucking card. Or, good match quality. Because the 2 Money in the Bank matches will probably be good. I mean, they've been good in history. So I'm expecting a good match, or 2 good matches. Paige versus Naomi, I think it's going to be another good match. I mean, it's two good diva wrestlers. The Usos versus the Wyatt family. Again, I expect that to be a good match. I mean, they've wrestled a lot in the past. So they know each other pretty good. They've had some decent chemistry. I mean, and they're not bad wrestlers, even though the Usos, all they do is fucking dives, super kicks, and the Samoan drop here and there, and the ass in the fucking corner, whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah, I'm expecting all these current matches on the card to be good. Maybe they'll throw another match in there like, oh yeah, let's see, Big E Langston versus Rusev. Yeah, the straps are coming down again, people. We're gonna see Big E fucking Langston. That was the guy who was supposed to be the best. Supposed to be the big breakout star. Everybody had high hopes for Big E Langston, and what did he turn out to be? A big fucking failure. Yeah, Big E Langston. They're like, oh, he's gonna be a great babyface, guys. He's gonna be a great babyface. Oh yeah, he's such a great babyface, guys. Fucking sucks. Fucking no promo, no charisma at all. No wrestling ability at all. He sucks. Like all these people at the WWE Universe or IWC had high hopes for, they've all turned out to, a lot of them turned out to be shit. I think Roman Reigns is going to be another one of those guys. And I hope he's good. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he does have talent because I know he's going to be in a top spot. So I hope he is good, and I hope I do enjoy him. But I think I'm right in that he's going to suck. So that and maybe the IWC will keep cheering for him doing the same 5 fucking moves over and over again. So there you go. Money in the Bank will probably be I think I have pretty high hopes for the show. I think it's going to be a good show. The last 3 pay-per-views have been good shows. So I think the trend will continue with Money in the Bank, and the Money in the Bank matches are usually some good-ass matches. So there you go. There's my Money in the Bank predictions.